like, you have some legendary people starring on your show.
Yeah.
Morris Chestnut, Felicia Rashad. Like, how is it working with people that are so, legendary in the acting world?
Morris is hard to work with.
Really?
Because
see, that's what I wanted to ask.
He's really unattractive. So sometimes, no, seriously, sometimes I'm looking at him like, wow, what happened? I asked, can y'all pay me more for this? I'm looking at him. The day I had to kiss him, I was like,
ew, how can I do this?
See, I would have showed up work on time.
You mentioned like how Hollywood normally has black people doing struggle stories. That day I was like, I may as well be in a slavery movie. This is very hard. No. Morris.
No, we know you playing.
Sorry.
Clearly.
Everybody knows I'm playing. Morris is a dream to work with. Very easy on the eyes, and just easy on me, period. Like, he's just a sweet guy. So it was one of those moments that felt really surreal. Like, oh shit, he was on my wall.
Yeah. Literally.
When I was a kid, and now he's sitting right here being cool as hell on top of all of it. Because I definitely expected, this business is hard, you know? And so when you hear stories about people being complete weirdos or being all these different things, sometimes I understand it.
Right.
I'm like, you've been through a lot, whatever it takes, but he's just one of those ones that's really well adjusted, very cool. And the same for Miss Felicia Rashad. Same thing. I was like, Queen, like, welcome. Can I get you something? And she was like, Tiara. Like, she was so cool.
Oh my goodness.
And sometimes I feel like the shorter the resume, the bigger the diva. It feels like the people who have been in this business and have put in work, and are great at what they do and put the craft and stuff first. They've been, in my experience, very gracious.
Yes.
Wonderful to work with, and then just kind of like booing me and like showing me so much love. So
working with the legends, and were you intimidated? Though, like, because I know sometimes when people come on the show, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm finna like, and it's like nerve wracking. So how did you feel like on the first day working with him and her?
To be honest, I'm less intimidated when we're working. Like, if we're just chatting, sometimes I can clamp up. Not really with either of them though, just because they were so cool. But that's my thing, is like, sometimes it takes me a while as a human to open up. I can be like really like defensive and closed up. Just, I don't know, maybe that's the Detroit. But when I'm working with somebody, I'm like, we're all coming to work and I'm prepared and you're prepared and let's go. So it wasn't that I wasn't like cripplingly intimidated. But that first day, I think Morris came in on the second day of shooting. And I was definitely like, is he gonna be weird? Is he gonna be difficult? Like, and even if he was, I would have been like, you earned that, black man. You've been in this business for so long. But he just came right in. We rehearsed that first scene. Oh, you haven't seen this episode yet.
Yeah, because I've only seen the first episode.
Episode 2, we get into an argument in the hallway at the school. And we dropped right in. We came into the rehearsal and the director was like, damn.
Like, y'all had that chemistry.
Yeah. He was like, y'all seem married. And from then on, we were just off the race.
See, go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask, like, so what was the process of getting them, like, I guess them being casted on the show? Because obviously I assume they probably didn't have to audition.
Can you imagine?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, like, what was the process of that? Were you like, oh, I think these two people would be good in these roles?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so the show starts off, my character is going to start becoming an amateur detective, right? Which is kind of a crazy thing to do. So we knew we really wanted to start her off in a place that was like she was really grieving her marriage, really bereft. And so it really needed to seem like the sun stopped shining in the sky. Like, the end of her marriage needed to feel like the lights went out on Earth. And so we know we needed somebody who felt like a movie star. And Robbie Reed, who is our, a gifted, legendary casting director herself, was like really up to the challenge. And she gave us a list, and we were like, Morris Chestnut, please, God. And I wasn't expecting for him to actually do it. And she came back and said, Morris wants to do a Zoom. He really liked the script. So we sat down. This is so him. He just wanted to make sure that because his character does have a very big secret that I wish we could talk about on this show.
Right.
Because damn, well, I'll have to come back.
You gonna have to
Yeah,
come
you
back.
definitely gotta come back
Even
because
if
we
I'm
gonna
not-
finish it.
Yeah, even if I'm not here, y'all have to talk about
Yes,
this.
we definitely are.
But he's holding back a secret on the show, and he really wanted to know what it was because he hadn't read the whole show. So he wanted to know what it was. He wanted to make sure it wasn't anything that was like violent or crazy. Like, you know, he wanted to know. So we talked about that, and then he was like, I'm in.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And like I said, the scene that I saw was when y'all were at dinner, kind of laughing, like you were reminiscing about the good times. I was like, oh shit, there's chemistry there.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to talk about too, because you know, you hear a lot of stories about people, and obviously, you know, he's married, so I'm not talking about him.
Yeah, we're both happily married.
Yeah. Oh, you're married?
Yeah.
Okay, I know that's right.
Yeah,
So, okay, so that makes it even better for me to ask this question because, you know, you hear a lot of stories about people falling in love on set or sleeping with their co-stars because you spend a lot of time with them. Y'all are kissing, y'all are having sex scenes and this and that.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate that space being married and, you know, in this world?
Well, my husband is one of the producers on the show.
Oh,
so he
right
was there. I mean, he was never
Blocking.
behind the monitor.
I'm just like,
He was never behind the monitor when you're hysterical.
Go home.
My husband was
Take
at the monitor, cock blocking. No. He's gonna hate this so much. No, you know what? It really, I know people keep saying that. Like, besides the fact that my 16-year-old self was definitely like, damn, DR, that's cool. You just kiss him on his chest.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like, I'm so happily married. I'm sure. And also, you know, getting to know him behind the scenes, he is so boring. Like, in terms of like, he'll tell you himself, though. He doesn't go out. He doesn't drink. You know, his wife, I was like, what's his beauty secret? She was like, he sleeps a lot. Like, he just be sleeping.
Oh my goodness.
So he watches football and sleeps. And that's I think the key to why he's so cool, to be honest, and so normal, because he's not out in the streets in Hollywood getting involved in a bunch of stuff.
Right.
But you know, just knowing that about him, it was easy to like keep it professional.
Yeah,
you know, keep that there. You know, I like to go home and like cause trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're like a compatible pair.
Right.
You know, on screen it
it works. 'Cause I'll be like, I just watched the Mia Culpa movie with Kelly Rowland and Trevante, and they had a really intense sex scene on there.
Well, that was
very
intense.
I would have said, you know what? They would have had to call HR on me that day. Hey, they would have had to call HR on my ass.